Borderlands 4, more like buy 4 copies of this so all your friends can play it together. And they even added Moxie back. This game is going to be peak. Listen, everyone, I know the controversies, okay? They decided to turn the player into the loot box, and they want to loot your money, and they're going to sell this game for 87 bucks or whatever. But to be honest, I do not care. This game looks absolutely amazing. And trust me, I know I've played a whole lot of multiplayer games with my friends.
Portal minions did all that. Look at us, look at us, you look at us, look at us. Yodeling on them. We're literally yodeling up. Uppity. Uppity, man.
And I'll be honest with you, I thought I was done with Borderlands. I hated Borderlands 3. It was not fun at all in my opinion. The storyline was absolute dog water. And the game was so broken at launch in my opinion. But Borderlands 4 looks absolutely amazing. The guns, the storyline is taking itself seriously now while keeping the elements that we love. And oh yeah, this game is 110% on my playlist right now. Hey everyone, Videos to Eat 2 here, just cutting in to ask you to please subscribe. 35% of you aren't subscribed, and I want to keep making these top 10 out of 10 videos, so please hit that subscribe and bell icon. Thank you. Gearbox has made an absolute bold move, which I think works in its favor. It's ditched the planet of Pandora, which is the planet that you play every other Borderlands on, for these new planets, and it looks super cool. With the change of planet comes this tone shift change. The villain actually looks threatening, like people are gonna know who this guy is, and the guns and characters look super cool. I feel like Borderlands 3 characters were not that memorable at all, maybe besides Zane, and instead we have this guy throwing axes. We have this dude like in this mech suit. It looks super fun and interesting. These are the characters that I want to play when I'm playing Borderlands. And I honestly think this whole darker, more grounded backdrop is going to make the humor funnier, because now you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can finally laugh at something after mowing down all these guys and going through absolute hell. So the planet is going to be structured in these 4 massive, endless kind of connected zones, which I really like. Hopefully that means less loading screens. You can just drive your vehicle or whatever you're going to have all the way across the map. That would be really nice. In Borderlands, you could always drive that shitty car around or like that shitty truck around, but you always had those loading screens. So hopefully in this game, we don't have those. Hopefully it's all nice and seamless and connected. We're also going to have dynamic weather, which is super nice. It's going to make the planets feel real. And while I'm shooting all these players trying to get the newest gun or the gun's legs or whatever crazy gun they add in this game, I'm going to say, okay, now it's raining acid or something. Maybe I have to get in cover. I'm not sure. We don't know what it's going to look like entirely because we haven't played the game, but a lot of people haven't played the game from this Gearbox event that happened, and the weather system that happens looks very interesting. It's not just, oh, it's rain, oh, it's cloudy. It actually affects the environment. And speaking of the vehicles, you can now spawn the vehicles anywhere. Gone are those like spawn point locations. You can just hit a button, summon your vehicle in, and drive all around, which is so nice. The worst thing ever was getting exploded in your car or dying, having to find some random ass spawn point to get your vehicle and keep going. Nope, it's just always there now. You can always take off and go. One of the biggest things people don't like about Borderlands is the slog of the movement. And I feel like Gearbox has really listened on this one. They completely tweaked the formula. You're double jumping, you're doing mid-air dashes, there's grappling hooks now. Every game needs a damn grappling hook, but it works in this game. It looks so good, it hooks you in, full pun intended, and you're zipping around, you're flying around, you're shooting the enemies, you feel like a badass. And as much as I hate that word, Borderlands encapsulates badass. You're going to be killing all these enemies in style, and it's going to look and feel amazing. It's smooth now, and that's what Borderlands needed movement-wise. And of course, with all that movement comes the classic Borderlands skill trees, right? So if you've ever played a Borderlands game before, there's always these massive skill trees that happen, and they complement your characters or certain guns or certain brands or whatever it is. And in this game, it looks like we have the deepest skill tree yet. You're going to be able to summon this huge cat monster. You're going to be tossing knives. You're going to have these massive cannon, shoulder-mounted like exo suit on you. It looks really good, and all of it complements the movement system and the guns, which is super nice. It's not just going to be deal extra cryo damage. It changes the gameplay and changes how your character plays. So I mentioned looting at the start, but besides looting your wallet, they are going to be looting in this game. There's so many guns, and gone are the days of the legendaries raining from the skies, devaluing all the other drops, and that was one of Borderlands 3's biggest problems. No, they've dialed back the legendary drop rates, making the oranges feel better, making the purples and other guns feel so much better, and that's what matters. You're not going to be going to every run with a legendary gun. Hopefully you get those, and your endgame build, of course, is going to be probably full of legendaries, but you're not going to feel at a disadvantage using the lesser and more varied guns that are going to take up this game. There's also some changes in how the gear system works. You have an ordnance slot, which is like your heavy weapons and your grenades or rocket launchers. These are going to be on a cooldown. You have enhancements, which replace artifacts. Think of these as kind of like perks for your guns. Maybe the Jacobs brand does more damage while double wielding Jacobs guns, for example. And also you have this replay system with Moxie. It's called Moxie's Big Encore Machine, and it lets you replay boss fights, which is super nice because now you're going to learn all those weak spots before you go and fight them for real. Now let's get into some concerns, okay? This game is running on Unreal Engine 5. We know that Unreal Engine 5 can either feel super nice or it's going to run like a piece of crap. I think from everything we've seen, this game is optimized. I think Gearbox took the time to optimize their game. So I'm looking forward to that. And we're only going to know when we get our hands on it. But throughout all the tech demos that I've watched, no one has complained about how this game feels and how it is rendering. So that is super nice. So as I mentioned, your wallet is going to be looted. They're selling this game for $80. So maybe wait for a sale. I'm not sure. Randy Pitchford did say real fans pay $80. I know he apologized. This game does look fun. I will be picking up this game on launch. I'm not going to lie to you. I also want to review the game, right? So we'll have to see what happens with all of that. But hopefully, this game is good. You're going to have 2 playable Vault Hunters come in DLC. You're going to have 2 story packs with new regions, missions, gear, all of that. So you are getting your money's worth, not just pay for your game and there's your battle pass. No, if you pay for it, you get the DLC, you get all the stuff, which is good. So the final verdict, I'm not too sure yet. We'll have to wait until the game comes out to fully review it. But Borderlands 4 looks amazing so far. I think it's going to reignite the franchise and make all of us fall back in love with it. So if you've been disappointed in the past, hold on, go watch those gameplay videos, see what I'm talking about. Enjoy your meal, enjoy your day, have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.